How's it going, guys? This is a video that I talk about doing all the time, and I'm finally gonna do it. This is my Swamp Thing collection, which I've pared down quite a bit. What I have left is Volume 1 stuff, Alan Moore stuff, and then the newest volume. I had a lot of the volumes in between, but I wasn't going to read them, and it's not the greatest stuff in the world, so I decided to get rid of some of that stuff. This is just my singles, not the trades. I also have a lot of this stuff in trade, and I will talk about it as I go. So, we're starting at the beginning. This is the book in my collection that I've paid the most for, probably my favorite book, and that is House of Secrets 92, first appearance of Swamp Thing. Like I said, probably the book that I've paid the most for in my collection, but it's still not, still wasn't that expensive. I paid $80 for it, so for that price, I'm willing to grab one, even if it's in like VG shape like this one. The cover's a little marked up, but I honestly don't care. It was just a struggle to find it, period. So when I saw it for that price, I was all over it. Sorry for the glare. I've got the window open, so there's some natural light. And then on to Volume 1. I have Volume 1 complete. This is Volume 1, Number 1. Of course, this is the Len Wein, Bernie Wrightson stuff. Again, not in the greatest shape, probably a VG copy, but I think I paid $10 for it. So this is Number 2, the first appearance of Anton Arcane, who is probably Swamp Thing's most major villain. And then Number 3 is first appearance of Abby Arcane, who becomes a major Swamp Thing character, love interest of Swamp Thing later on in Alan Moore's run. And then this is number 4. It seems like these books have all gone up in price, so I'm really glad that I ended up getting them all when I did for pretty cheap. I don't think I paid more than a couple dollars for any of these books. This is number 5. Number 6, still Bernie Wrightson. Number 7, of course, famous Swamp Thing Batman cover. Batman is right there. Number 8. This is another really popular cover, one of my favorites. This is number 9. Awesome. And this is number 10. I believe this is the last Bernie Wrightson issue. And then Nestor Redondo takes over. This is number 11 on art. I don't know who was writing. I don't know if Len Wein continued writing this or not. Number 12, Swamp Thing fighting a dinosaur. Can't go wrong with that. Number 13. This is actually the first Volume 1 Swamp Thing book that I picked up at a flea market. Number 14. Number 15, 16, 17, fighting a robot dog, or robot dogs, multiple. Number 18, 19. This was my first major collecting goal, was to finish Swamp Thing Volume 1, and I did. I think I've done with it for over a year. Number 20. Number 21. Number 22. 23. They changed the font of the title for 2 issues. Number 23. And the last issue of Volume 1 is number 24. So that's all of the Volume 1 books. Like I said, complete, plus House of Secrets 92. And now on to Volume 2. The only pre-Alan Moore issue I have is number 1. I used to have it almost complete up through 20. That's something that I kind of wish I hadn't gotten rid of, so I might try and track that down again. These early Alan Moore issues have gotten really expensive, so another thing I'm glad that I got when I did. This is number 20, Alan Moore's first issue. He's sort of wrapping up the previous story arc so he can kick off his own story in number 21. And this is number 21. my favorite single Swamp Thing story of all time. This is Anatomy Lessons. Alan Moore sort of rewrites Swamp Thing's origin in this book. Dehumanizes him a little bit. Swamp Thing finally realizes that he's not a man anymore. He's more of a monster than anything else. So, and this is a Floronic Man storyline. Really good stuff. 22. 23. Number 26. I'm missing 24 and 25. I believe one of them is a Justice League cover. 27. I think I'm missing 4 or 5 Alan Moore issues. Number 28. Bissett and Tottleman on the artwork at this point. They are absolutely amazing. The writing in this run, in Alan Moore's run, is fantastic, but the artwork, it takes it over the top. This is number 29. And number 30. Grab the next chunk here. Number 31. I'm missing 32. This is 33, the cover swipe of House of Secrets. Missing 34. This is 35. 36. Some of these need to be rebagged already. 36. 37, of course, first appearance of John Constantine. I got this book for super cheap before it blew up, thankfully. 38. 39. I don't know what bags I used when I picked these books up, but they were freshly bagged like less than 2 years ago. So that was 39. This is number 40. 41. Number 42. 43. 40. I'm missing 44. This is 45. This one needs to be upgraded because there's a little rip on the cover, but that's okay. Number 46. 47. This is the first appearance of the Parliament of Trees. Flies under the radar a little bit. Number 48. This is actually the first Swamp Thing book that I ever got. 49. It's a great cover. And then number 50, which has gotten pretty popular. I guess first appearance of Justice League Dark. I picked this book up long before it was even close to anything hot. So I'm missing number 51. This is 52. Arkham Asylum with Swamp Thing over the top and Joker's right there. That's one of my favorite covers. 53. This is another great cover with Batman. 54. 55. 56. 57. 58. 59. 60. Really cool, like, vintage sci-fi look to this one. Number 60. 61. 62. 63. We're winding down here on Alan Moore's. And then his last issue, number 64. So that's all of Alan Moore's stuff. And then I also have the 5-part story from Volume 2, Quest for the Elementals. Just because I like the covers a lot. This is number 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, and 109, I believe, is the last one. Yep. I, at one point in time, almost had Swamp Thing Volume 2 complete, but like I said, I ended up getting rid of a bunch of them. And this is Volume 2, Annual number 2. This is, of course, more Bissett and Totalman on that one. Really cool. And then I have a couple number ones. I have the number one from the BKB run. I have the first volume of this in trade. I don't have any more of the singles. Like I said, I used to have some, but got rid of them. And then this is number one from volume 4. And then on to New 52 with the number 0. We'll do all of the Scott Snyder stuff first, which is decent. It's decent. Number 1. Actually, number 2 and 3 came from CJ, my first ever package from someone on YouTube, which is cool. Number 4. Number 5. Number 6. Heavy horror feel to this book at this point in time. It was good up until Rot World started. Number 7. Number 8. And then that and Animal Man sort of dragged for a long time because Rot World was too long. It's number 9. That's a great cover. Yannick Paquette is really awesome. This one has Marco Rudy interiors, which I remember being really awesome. And this is number 10, which has Francavilla interiors, which also were really awesome. Number 11, this is more Marco Rudy. Number 12. Number 13. I also have some of these signed, so I'll get to those. Number 14. Number 15 is signed by Yannick Paquette, right there on the Swamp Thing logo. Number 16 is also signed by Yannick Paquette, right there. 17 is the conclusion of Rot World. And then 18 is Scott Snyder's last issue, Yannick Paquette artwork, also signed by Yannick Paquette. This is one of my favorite Swamp Thing covers of all time. Swamp Thing and Abby there. Really, really awesome stuff. Of course, I got a phone call in the middle of my video. On to Charles Soule stuff. This is number 19. This is a 2-issue Scarecrow arc, signed by Charles Soule right there. And then number 20 is the second part of that. 21. 22 is the 2-part, I think it was a 2-part Whiskey Tree storyline, which is pretty cool with Constantine. 23.1 was by far the best Villains Month issue that I read at the time. You can see the 3D action going on. This book was super awesome. 24, which starts the Cedar arc. That's also signed by Charles Soule right there. 25. 26. The artwork throughout Charles Soule's run was phenomenal as well. 27. 28. The Capucine on the cover, who played a big part in this. 29. Signed right there. This is the Serene storyline. Number 30. Also signed. And 31. Signed right there. This is the 2-part Aquaman Swamp Thing crossover. This is number 31. Honestly, I didn't even read all of it. And that's number 32. I don't know why they did that. I guess maybe Swamp Thing's numbers weren't so high, so they were trying to boost it. But this is number 33. This is when a storyline with the Wolf and Lady Weeds started. They turned bad at this point. Number 34. 35. Really, really like this cover. This is when all the Machine Avatar stuff started to go on, which I wasn't all that crazy about all the way through, but this cover is pretty awesome. 36. I remember this being an issue when Swamp Thing and Abby got back together a little bit, at least talked to each other, which I always appreciate. It's one of my favorite things about Swamp Thing ever is their relationship. So, 37. Lady Weeds as the Machine Queen. 38. 39. Wrapping up Charles Soule's run. And number 40, which was the last issue. This stupid sideways cover, but It is what it is. And then I have some annuals. Annual number 1, I believe, had Becky Cloonan artwork, and this is where we were introduced to the character that would become Cedar. I remember that being really good. Annual number 2, Swamp Thing went into the green in this issue, and met some of the other former avatars. Alan Moore's avatar was one of them. That was pretty cool. And then number 3, this was all of Capucine's backstory with Etrigan the Demon and stuff. So I'm actually surprised I remember all this stuff so well. And then the Swamp Thing Futures End issue. Actually, you can see the 3D pretty well. So that is all of my Swamp Thing books. Like I said, I used to have a ton more. I used to have like a full long box full of Swamp Thing stuff, but like I said, I was never going to read it, and it wasn't the best stuff ever, so I just decided to get rid of all the later Volume 2 stuff that I didn't like. So I'm pretty complete as far as Swamp Thing goes. If I can finish off Alan Moore's run, I'm content with what I have, and then I can cross Swamp Thing off the list and say we're good there. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'm glad I finally got to do this video. I know I've been talking about doing it for a really long time, but anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Take care, and I will talk to you again soon.